knitting podcast. My name's Christy. Sorry it has been so long. For those of you that are new, I haven't recorded for about 3 weeks. And for those of you that are returning, my kids were sick, and sometimes being a mum is just more important. So, yes, over winter. I know some of you guys are really over summer and really looking forward to autumn or fall. I'm really over winter. I always find that we get to this time of year, like I guess late August, and everyone, just immune systems are down, everyone's over the cold, and everyone starts to get really sick. So yeah, we've had ear infections. My littlest girl, Adelaide, was on the couch for the first 3 days of last week, just pretty much unable to move. And then my littlest boy, Judah, got the same bug and was unable to move. Oh, well, I mean, he was moving, but sorry, somebody spilled some water on the table. I'm just mopping it up. But yeah, he was really unwell for 3 or 4 days, and yeah, it was scary. It was scary how sick he was. So scary how sick they both were, actually. I don't know what they had, some sort of virusy kind of thing, but they're over it, I think. Yeah, so this morning has been really rough. So if I'm a little bit more subdued than usual, I'm sorry. I'm just recovering and trying really hard not to cry. Deep breath. So yeah, let's talk about knitting. I don't know how long this podcast will go for. My littlest boy, Judah, is currently sleeping on my bed after I walked into his bedroom this morning to change his nappy and realised that he'd thrown up on his bed in the middle of last night. So no, he didn't sleep in it. It's okay. He woke up and woke me up, and I had gotten him up and put him in bed with me. But it wasn't until I was up and in his room this morning that I realised what had happened. So had to strip his bed and clean off his mattress and do all of that. Poor little kid. It's just, he's had a cold. So it's just, I mean, you know, like with small children, they don't understand that the benefits of blowing their nose, or they can't blow their nose. So he's been swallowing all that mucus, and so then his body's, or it's been sitting on his chest, and his body's automatic reaction is to cough it up. So that was fun. Yay! What a great way to start the day. But yeah, let's talk about knitting. I have been going a little bit stir crazy because I've been stuck at home for so long. But I'm just going to say thank God for knitting, and that may just end up being the title of the podcast. Thank God for knitting. I'm going to show you my Ivana cowl. That's a shrug. It's not a cowl, it's a shrug. And I'll start with that because it's sitting right next to me. This is the Ivana shrug by Annie Rowden. By Annie Claire, I think her designer name is on Ravelry. And I've just lost stitches. I keep doing that. So it's a shrug that looks a bit like a handbag at the moment. So I'm knitting it. The pattern is written for a DK weight yarn, but I'm knitting it in a 4-ply. Oh, sorry, fingering weight yarn. I'm knitting it in Debbie Bliss Cash Merino. So Cash Merino. No, I'm not. Sorry. Stressful morning has meant that my brain has shut off. I'm knitting it in Debbie Bliss Fine Donegal Tweed. Oh, these stitches don't want to stay in the needles. Okay. So I'm knitting it on 5mm Knit Pro Zings. I love these needles. Aside from the fact they're pink. Oh, can you see that? 5mm. 5mm. They're pink. And yeah, it's I really like the yarn. The colorway is called Midnight. It obviously has little blips of different colours through it, red and light blue and a little bit of green. I'm really happy with it so far. I've got maybe about 1/4 of an inch to go before I can start the lace edging. And I've got that much yarn left. I thought I might need to get another ball, but a little bit of this seems to go a long way, so I don't think I'm going to need an extra ball, which makes me really happy. So that would be 2 balls it would have taken to knit the whole thing, I think. So yeah, so I've just been knitting that. It's just knitting it in the round. You knit flat for a while, and then you start with a provisional cast on, knit flat for a while, and then join for in the round. So because I have changed forgetting words, because I have changed the weight, and therefore I've also changed the gauge, I've had to change the stitch count too, which is fine. So I have over 400 stitches on my needles currently, which is, it's good TV knitting, it's good podcast knitting, it's good reading knitting. I bought a Kindle a couple of weeks ago, so I've been reading stuff on my Kindle and just sitting and knitting. So I'm really just enjoying the mindlessness of being able to just knit round and round and round and round without thinking too much. So that's it. I'm really happy with it. And looking forward to getting to the lace section. I do know that I need to knit the lace section on a smaller needle, which I've purchased, but I don't know where I've put it, so what can you do? I started a new project. If you follow me on Instagram, I am Knit with Jam on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it. I am knitting Emily's favourite socks. I don't know who the designer is, sorry. I'm decided to try them 2 at a time. Cuff down. I've managed to get myself into a bit of a tangled mess with the yarn, because instead of, I don't know, dividing the ball in half or pulling some out or whatever, I just pulled out the guts of it and found the end and went on my merry way. So it's been a bit tangled, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm enjoying it. I'm knitting it in Knit Pick Stroll Fedora. Obviously the fingering weight, and the colorway is called Fedora. Emily's socks is knit at a tighter gauge than what I usually knit on smaller needles with more stitches. So I think I have an 80 stitch sock on 2mm needles. So this is a really fine gauge. And 1x1 ribbing is tedious. So I've been sort of working on it here and there. It's not obviously something that I'm racing to finish, but I mean, look, it's pretty good. I think I'll be happy with it in the end. I asked a few questions about it on Ravelry, like how do you measure gauge over ribbing? And I had a few people say, just knit your, why do you want to do it according to her gauge, like the designer's gauge? Just insert your normal sock gauge. But I think that defeats the purpose of the pattern. Like, because the pattern is predominantly 3x1 rib, to knit it at my gauge and my normal stitch count defeats the entire purpose of knitting, of buying the pattern. Does that make sense to what I'm saying? So I've just I'm excited to try it, because the little blurb at the beginning of the pattern says that the socks are knit at a looser, well, you know, sort of, it's a looser fabric, as in it's not, so I guess it's more of a slouchy sock. And so because there's a little bit more room, it's supposed to keep your feet warmer, I think. So I'm interested to see how it goes. I don't hate it. I'm looking forward to getting past the ribbing, or the 1x1 ribbing at least. but I'm enjoying the whole concept of 2 at a time socks. It's not, I guess it's just going to be one of those projects that I sort of work on slowly. The main body will be done in Nitpick's tweed, stroll tweed, is it? In the oyster heather colorway, but that's in a bag over there, so I'm not going to get it. But I think I'm not far off 1 inch, so I'm just decided to do a 1 inch cuff. And yes, really slow going because I'm knitting it on 2mm needles at tiny gauge, but that's okay. So that's been a little bit of fun doing that. Yes. So for those of you that have been watching for a little while, I have been running a knit along, the Yay for May sock knit along. So there's any socks, any weight, any design. That ends tomorrow, I think. So I will go in on the 1st, late on the 1st. I mean, you're not going to see it until after I've closed it. See this until after I've closed it. But yeah, so that ends then. And I know I kept saying that I was going to post a photo of the prize, and I didn't do it even after writing it down. I'm really sorry. Really, really sorry. But this is the prize. This is a shawl pin that's been donated. I can't speak. Donated by one of my viewers, Tonya. She was selling these at her local yarn store, but they closed down. So this is a one-off, one of a kind. I don't know if Tonya's selling anywhere else, but this is an absolutely gorgeous shawl pin. I have one, and I love it. I love wearing it. Not that I haven't worn a shawl for ages. I don't know why. I think I wore one maybe once last week. I really should wear them more often, but I haven't been. I think because I've been so tired and because I've been cooped up at home, and the weather has been just that little bit milder, I've been a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, a little bit more convenience. What is the most convenient thing to put on my body right at this point in time? So, yes, I've been going out everywhere in my pink Ugg boots because they're warm and it's just convenient. And I don't have to do up shoelaces, I can just slip them on. So, makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So yeah, so this is one of the prizes for the Yay for May sock knit along, which will be ending this week. So if you missed out, sorry, there is another knit along which I'll talk to you about in a moment. So yay. Yay for that. I'm really excited to give something away. I love giveaways. I love giving things away. Talking about knit alongs, there's also the stripy sock knit along that I'm hosting with Moira from Knitting in Stitches. That ends at the end of September. So you've still got a month. These are the socks that I've been knitting for one of the pairs. I've got another pair which I haven't knit on in ages. But this is my Knit Picks Felici or Felici or however you say it, balloon ride in the, it's in the balloon. Can you, this morning has been really stressful. Just my brain doesn't want to work properly. And now I'm going to cry again. In the balloon ride colorway. I have really enjoyed it. I did the Vanilla is the New Black heel. Oh well, it's a strong style heel. I just used the pattern from the Vanilla is the New Black. And I didn't bother using the other ball of yarn. I just did the heel turn. So you can see I missed a stripe of blue. But I don't care. Like, nobody's going to see it. It's inside my shoe. I really don't care. So it's knitting up. This has just become my take along project. So yeah, it's usually in the car with me when I do school pickup and stuff. Or if we're going somewhere. So I haven't, because I've been stuck at home, I haven't knit on it a huge amount. I did I think I picked it up the other day because I just wanted some happy striping love. And that is in my Knit and Stitch Bits bag. So yes, little fun little sheep. I love this bag. It's so happy. So yeah, and this is how much I have left of the yarn. So that's Knit Picks for Leachy in the Balloon Ride colourway, and I do love it. And I'm knitting it on 2.5mm needles, 64 stitches I think. So it's coming along quite nicely. I'm not in a rush to have them done. So I mean, coming into summer means that we're also coming into wearing sandals and flip-flops, I think you call them in the Northern Hemisphere. Thongs, they're known as here. So soon enough, I will not, it'll be too hot to wear socks on my feet. Although I do have knitting friends that wear wool socks year round. I don't know if I could. So that is that. I do have part of the prize. I realised I left the other prize over there. Other part of the prize over there. So for my prize, you can double dip. So you can also participate in Moira's thread. Is it? I don't know. On the for the stripy sock along. So I'm so sorry. So you can definitely double dip. I'm just, my rules are, as long as it's stripy, I don't care. And you just need to be a member of the group. And I think Moira might be the same. But my prize is this. Now I was going to go to the trouble of making fairy bread, but like I said, stressful morning, so I haven't done that. But this is part of the prize from me. So here in Australia, one of the things that we love at parties is a thing called fairy bread. And fairy bread is a piece of white bread with margarine or butter, and then you put sprinkles on top. So I'm assuming everyone knows what sprinkles are. So I was going to make you a piece of fairy bread to show you what it looks like, and maybe I'll do that next time. But I found a little, I found an Etsy store, an Australian Etsy store, and the maker is a 15-year-old girl. She's in Western Australia, which is the other side of the country to me. It's in that direction. And she makes miniature food charms, a bit like Sucra miniatures, but she's 15. How awesome is that she's got her own Etsy store and that she's giving it a go. And I don't have to pay $20 in shipping. So I asked her, she only has fairy bread earrings. So I asked her if she would happily make me a fairy bread charm. Now, whoever wins this, whoever wins this, I'm going to put a lobster clasp on it so that you get, so that you can use it as a progress keeper. But this girl, she makes, it's jewelry. So it's, you know, like it's a charm for necklace or earrings or whatever. So she didn't have lobster clasps. So I couldn't ask her. But I have some friends that bead. So you can't really see, it's terrible. It's just not going to focus very well, which is, it wants to focus on my fingernails instead. Can I get it to work? Yeah, just get my nails that really need to be redone. But next time I will make a piece of fairy bread and you can see. So that is that. So that's that. And I'm really excited to give that away. The other thing that I got off this girl, and I think on YouTube, because I'm really unreliable with writing show notes at the moment, I think on YouTube and on Ravelry as well, I'll link to her shop so you can see the other things that she makes. But she also does little gingerbread men. Oh, I can't even hold it up. So that's the little gingerbread man that I bought for myself to use as a progress keeper. Again, no lobster clasp, so I'll have to get myself one of those. But how cute is that? And I love him. He's so cute. So I'm pretty impressed with this find. So, and it arrived fairly quickly too, because Oh, that's my phone ringing. Hang on a moment. Hi everyone. You wouldn't believe what I did. I deleted the last video. So I recorded the first video, my phone rang, and so I stopped recording, and then I recorded another 4 to 5 minutes worth of video, but I deleted that off my iPad. I don't know why. I don't know. I've forgotten that I'd record, like, that I had that phone call in between. It was only while I was watching the playback I realized that I did wrong. So I'm really sorry for the abrupt ending. I just thought that I would quickly come in and just record a little hello and goodbye. It is now Friday the 2nd of September, which is exciting because it means spring is here. If you follow me on Instagram, I am Knit with Jam on Instagram. I posted a photo yesterday of our lovely beautiful sunshiny spring day. I got up at 7 a.m. The sky was blue. It looked like a summer morning, like it was just that intense beautiful blue sky. And so I went straight outside and hung out some washing. Today it's been rainy and foggy. It's just weather. It's hysterical. Cracks me up. I'm just waiting for the storms to start. I love a good thunderstorm. Haven't had any of those yet. But anyway, I've had some dramas over the last couple of days with my Ivana shrug. So, and there goes my phone again. That thing is problematic. So yeah, I'll talk to you a bit, and again, I'll talk to you a bit more about that next week sometime. Yeah, so I hope that wherever you are, that you are keeping well, that you are warm and safe, and until next time, happy knitting. Bye.